Pam, I've got to tell you, this casserole recipe you shared with me on Facebook was delish. It went great with the Merlot my hubby brought home. Pam! Pam! Wake up! Pam!
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't slept in 2 days since we brought the new baby home.
How's that going?
Oh, you all know how it is. The first few weeks are hard. I barely had a moment to myself the last few weeks.
Take time for yourself, take a bath, read a book.
Oh my gosh, we should start a book club. We should read 50 Shades of Grey first.
Ooh, that Christian Grey is one hot piece of
All right, ladies. Let's get this meeting started. Welcome to this week's Edgewood Elementary PTA meeting. Does anybody have any pressing issues they'd like to discuss?
Okay. Oh, Deborah, before we start the meeting, I brought a little quinoa for us to snack on.
Oh, that is so great. Oh, thank you so much. Let me put this over here. Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. Anyway, does anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss this week? No. Oh, God. Liz?
I think that the lunches at the school are an abomination. I mean, they're filled with refined sugars, simple carbs, and saturated fat. Like, did Michelle Obama fight for nothing?
Liz, your kids don't even eat the lunch served.
Well, of course they don't. I wanted to bring it up because it's obvious some of us don't know about the severity of this issue. My kids eat a strict organic, vegan, low-carb, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, non-GMO, non-discriminatory diet. My parenting blog, Raindrop Drop Top Mom Blog, talks all about how dangerous these foods are for our children. Maybe you should do some homework on what you're feeding your kids.
Just because you believe that doesn't mean everybody else does. Holly told me last week you bought apples to Zoe's birthday. Apples for a kid's party? Kids don't want apples.
I only brought apples because I didn't have enough time to make quinoa after yoga. I make a damn good quinoa, Deborah.
Do your kids ever, like, have fun? Do you know what fun is, Liz?
Of course my kids have fun, Deborah.
Oh, really? What do they do for fun?
Just last weekend we did a scavenger hunt at Whole Foods and crocheted some
sounds like Have your kids ever been to, I don't know, like Disney World?
Of course not. Disney World is a capitalistic hell filled with sugar, kid leashes, and whiny entitled children who think that the epitome of everything is to become a princess.
Speaking of princesses, hey, Sleeping Beauty!
Oh God, what did I miss?
Oh, nothing. Damn. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss? I do. Oh, go right ahead, Sharon. I want to talk about this bitch, Mrs. Davis. As you know, my Cassidy is the valedictorian of her kindergarten class, but it seems like Mrs. Davis has been whacked over the head with a shovel because Cassidy has not been getting stickers on her homework as often as she used to. But it's because of that little brat Camden. I hate her with every fiber of my being. Her mom is my Mary Kay competition. I mean, I do sell Tupperware and Scentsy and Tastefully Simple and Unique. Oh, by the way, ladies, if you need any Mother's Day gifts, just let me know. But there's only one bitch who can sell Mary Kay in this town, and it's me! You know, and I asked my mom's group on Facebook about what to do, but I only got one response I liked from my friend Barbara. Barbara, what a wild card! I always need a good glass of Pinot after talking to her. She's just too much, you know? She's just too much. Sharon, I hate to bring this up because I know it's a sensitive subject, but maybe this isn't a problem with the teacher, rather a problem with Cassidy.
Deborah's right. Maybe it's because Cassidy's a little sugar monster.
Excuse me, Deborah. I don't think you have a right to be telling me there's something wrong with my child. Let's not forget about the playground battle of 2014 that almost split this class apart. And Liz, I'd rather have my little sugar monster over your tree-hugging hippie kid any day.
Oh, the past is the past, Sharon. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, no, Deborah. Trust me, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I know what you've done. Cassidy told me. You don't use parental controls on TV. Maybe that's why you raised such a hoodlum. Little Madison's been watching too much Dr. Phil. Pretty soon she's gonna have to pay him for a visit for having such a fucked up mom.
Oh, do not throw Dr. Phil into this. He is a good man.
Lady! Why are we fighting about who the best parent is?
Because I'm the best mom!
Well, we certainly know who the worst mom is.
Who?
Pam.
What? Me? Why?
Oh, where do I even begin? First off, you didn't bring Josiah to mommy and me classes when he was a baby.
So? He's turning out fine. I don't see what the big deal is.
How much screen time does he have per day?
I don't know.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
Does Josiah even know the difference between lettuce and cabbage?
I bet he still believes in Santa.
He's 5. What's he supposed to believe in?
How many extracurriculars does he do?
Oboe and pottery. No, Model UN.
Colleges aren't gonna like that.
Which is in kindergarten.
I bet you didn't even eat the placenta. Boy, it's good luck.
That's disgusting. Your husband kiss you with that mouth.
You want to dance, bitch?
Stop! Now my point is, why are we tearing each other down? Why are we fighting over things like placentas or extracurriculars? Look at yourselves. You're acting like a bunch of rabid animals over the smallest things. Wouldn't it be nicer to learn from each other, not rip each other apart? You have to admit, I'm not finished. We are all strong, independent women and great moms. We all have so much to teach each other. Like, Liz, maybe you could share your favorite healthy dinner recipes. Oh, and Sharon, we could start that book club you were talking about. Yeah. We could drink Pinot and talk about Christian Grey. And Deborah, maybe you could teach us how to raise our kids to be great leaders like you. Wouldn't that be nice?
I was just trying to be a good friend. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone's child to end up on Dr. Phil because of how they were raised.
Okay, enough about Dr. Phil. Here's the thing. It's one thing to give advice when someone asks for it, but it's another thing to just start giving someone advice out of nowhere. But do you want Cassidy to think that this is the right way to solve our problems by being catty and passive-aggressive?
I'm not being
Admit it, Sharon.
Oh yeah, Deborah? At least I'm not a cold, heartless bitch.
At least I don't drink myself to death and waste half of my time on Facebook.
This is what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be taking advice from someone like you. Listen, you can take my advice or you can leave it, but think about it. Would you want your daughters and sons thinking that this is the way you're supposed to act? Your kids look up to you, you know? They look to you to learn what the right thing to do is.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm sorry if I went too far. You all know how I get. Gosh, just give me some wine.
Oh, what, Deborah?
Oh, nothing, Sharon.
I'm really sorry. You don't all need to apologize. We all step out of line sometimes. Being a mom is hard.
Okay, but for real, can we start this 50 Shades book club?
Right. No.